tonight that you liked or didn't like? Or
I think we're doing a lot of the things that we want to do. We just, there's a level there that it's early in the year, and we're going to keep working at it. We tried to share the ball. It's what you'd expect early in the season. The first time they come out and played in front of people, and I think there was some excitement about that. So it's hard to feel too strongly one way or the other about a 24-minute running clock scrimmage. But it was neat to be in front of the fans. I think that was probably the most significant thing for our players.
On the eve of preseason, how would you assess Trey's training camp overall?
I think Trey's had a very good camp. I think there's been a real effort by him to try to defend the way that we want to defend. I think there's been a focus on leadership. He's embraced. You always want players to want to do what you're asking, but to have them to embrace it is something that's on a deeper level, and I feel like that's the direction we're headed with Trey.
How have you guys gone as far as defensively throughout camp and then tonight? Do you feel you keep building, or where are you at right now?
It's just going to take time. I think to develop, like anybody, to develop habits is a process, and when the game gets going, when there's other things going on, they can be distracting, even if that's something else, basketball-wise. We need to try to get to a point where those things are consistent, throughout the course of the game, regardless of what's going on, whether it's adversity or something you're playing really good. Sometimes in those situations, habits slip too. So we've got a lot of work to do with that, but we'll just keep at it.
Gordon said there were more broken plays than usual for a practice. Is that something you worry about, or is it just you throw it over your shoulder because it's a scrimmage?
I think part of what we're doing in flow, there's going to be, I don't know that I'd call them broken plays. There's going to be reads. I mean, right now the defense knows what we're doing too, but that's possible. Guys get in a situation where the lights are on and they want to do a little bit more. And I think we're trying to play together, and that's the biggest thing. But Gordon's done a great job of being unselfish and being one of the guys that really tries to share the ball, and you heard him talk about that tonight. So we need to keep doing that.
How much does that change things when you are playing your own team's defense? Does the defense tend to cheat on their own plays?
Yeah, it's human nature. They get competitive, especially in a game like that where there's a score going up, and you see guys that are jumping in a passing lane when they know where something's going on. So it helps you work on your counters.
on a lighter note, Gordon invited you to be in the dance-off.
That was very kind of him. I had to politely decline. So appreciate him thinking of me.
Will there be any repercussions on that, or is that?
It could have been. It's good, spirit of good fun. We can do that during a scrimmage.
You had no chance against JP anyway.
You're right. No, he was over the top. What a neat thing for him to be able to come out there and to see him warming up with the team was something that's memorable, and hopefully it's that for him too. It's a special night.
Derek said it's going to be nice playing someone different tomorrow night, but do you wish you had more time, even if it's just a preseason game? Do you wish you had more time?
Oh, especially for a coach, you always want more time. We could go to the end of October and you want more time, but I think there does come a point where playing against another team is helpful. We're far enough along where we can, know a little bit about what we're doing, but there's always more as a coach that you want to get in. You want more of the players probably want to play, but there is a lot to be said for. We need to be realistic about the fact that we've been together about a week, and we're learning. Everything's new. It's a new way of thinking, and so we'll see some of that. We'll get some feedback tomorrow night on where we are and process it, and probably find out we got a lot more work to do. We know where we are.
Given where you are, is it almost exclusively just looking at yourselves tomorrow night? I mean, you don't focus on what Portland does or anything?
A little bit. I think there's a component of preparation that can creep in. I think for us, a lot of it is there's plenty to focus on our own, but having another team that you're playing against, part of looking at yourself is seeing how you fit together and how you match up and how you compete.
Do you anticipate on giving a lot of guys a chance to play.
Yeah, I think it's important right now to, we not at the expense of our growth, but it's the first game, and we'll try to get a good feel, but you'll probably see some other people get an opportunity to play.
Settle on a starting lineup or wait till tomorrow for that?
We'll wait till tomorrow. Yeah, I got to watch the tape from that. Maybe Gordon won't start after his dance escapade.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay.